that Gwen Stefani?
I like that.
The incredible voice of the one and only Brittany Kennell, who joins us on Breakfast Television. Thank you so much for joining us. We just saw what happened there on The Voice. Obviously a big moment for you that you worked a long time. You grew up in Beaconsfield.
I did, yeah. Grew up in Beaconsfield.
So give me the Coles Notes version here, because you grew up in Beaconsfield, but you end up in Nashville. How did that happen?
I know, kind of a trip. So yeah, started in Beaconsfield, went to school in Boston at Berklee College of Music.
So why did you go to Boston? That was
they had a songwriting program that really interested me, so kind of went through that process, audition, and thankfully got in and went through that, and then from there we took trips to Nashville. And my first trip I think was back in 2009, and I just fell in love with the city. So I kind of just decided to.
Well, listen, I got to be honest. I detect an accent, and it certainly isn't the Beaconsfield accent.
I know.
You know that southern twang has definitely caught on with you, right?
It has, yeah. It's been about 5 years, so it's in there for sure.
And when we think about music competition shows, obviously The Voice is right up there, and that clip that we saw with Blake Shelton turning around to look at you and hear that voice. How was that moment?
Oh, it was totally surreal. You know, I went into the performance not having any expectations. I really didn't think anybody was going to turn. I just wanted to put on a great performance. And next thing you know, he turned, and it was like, oh my God, like, don't look at him, just finish the song, finish the song.
Okay, so get us up to date on The Voice and where you are at this stage, because I'm someone now that's going to want to watch you and see your success here and what happens going forward. So right now, what point are you at in the show?
So after blinds is battles. So what happens is you are paired up with a teammate on your team. You sing the same song and you battle out, and then your coach has to pick between you to move forward to the knockout.
So I imagine you're excited to be on Team Blake.
Yes, yeah.
So what happens online now? Obviously you must have a social media following, people pushing you. Like, what do you hear from fans about, you know, the show and being on Blake's team?
You know, The Voice has a huge following, and it's such a great show. It's very positive, so they have a lot of great followers and people that actually really, you know, listen to who you are as an artist. They look up your music, they check you out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. So it's so cool to kind of have that support.
Obviously your life changed when you moved to Nashville, but I imagine this is just something that can sort of launch you to success being on The Voice. So what is the change in recent months with this?
You know, it's a whole different platform. It's a different level that I've never reached, and I've been playing shows, you know, for a long time now, and just having people that maybe don't listen as much, and now, you know, people are excited something. It's just validation that, you know, I'm moving up, that I'm following this career.
I'm so excited for you. Like, honestly, like, I can see just how genuine you are right here. When you were growing up in Beaconsfield, at what point did you say, hey, this is for me, because it seems to me your trajectory going to Boston, it seems, not that it's planned out, but it seems like just a really perfect kind of line to get to where you want to be. How'd you manage that?
It's been a slow process. You know, I really had to take time thinking about what I wanted to do, and I was very late into really knowing that's what I wanted to do. I went into journalism at John Abbott College. I kind of was there for a little bit, and I thought that's what
journalism,
I was going
to
do.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's what I thought I was going to do for the longest time, and then, you know, when my mom told me about the songwriting program and I wrote songs for the longest time, I knew at John Abbott that's where I wanted to go next.
Okay, let's talk about two things that are happening right now. For those of you who want to get on the Brittany Kennell train at this moment. First off, this Saturday you'll be singing the national anthem at the Bell Center before the Canadiens game. They approach you. How did that come about?
My mom had mentioned it in an interview, and somebody picked it up, Global picked it up, and then they wrote an article on it, tweeted it, and everybody just started retweeting it, and the Canadiens were like, hey, I think we can make that happen, and it was like, oh my God. And
wonderful.
Yeah, amazing. I'm like super excited, and definitely a dream goal for mine that I've
And then this is a little bit of an exclusive that we're going to share, right? That you told me just seconds before we went on air, that you're doing a show at Le Belmont on Saint Laurent. When is it? How can we go?
So it's March 31st. Doors are at 8 and the show starts at 9. And if you just follow me on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, you'll get all the the details.
Have you announced that before?
No, this is
all premiere. This is an exclusive to Breakfast Television. Your show next Thursday at Le Belmont.
Thursday, yes.
Amazing. I'll ask you this. We'll leave with this. If there's somebody watching us right now, who is in your who is looking at you and maybe they're 10 years old, 15 years old, and you're what they want to be. What's your one piece of advice for them?
You know, to not give up and to be patient with it and just believe that you can do it. If you love it enough, it will happen, and just, you know, create little goals for yourself, and eventually it'll lead to something bigger. You know, this is what's happening now, but I've been at it for over 10 years. So just to be patient and believe and love it.
Brittany, the hard work has paid off.
Thank you
Love
so
that
much.
Southern Twang. Thank you so much for coming.
And
we'll be following you very closely.
Awesome.
Have fun this weekend at the hockey game and next week at Le Belmont. All right.